Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Hey, let's get to some stocks that are on the move today. The major indices moved a little bit to the downside. The S&P 500 fell by 0.2%. The Dow down by 0.8%. The NASDAQ down by 0.1%. I'm Tim Stanivek along with Christina Ruffini. We're joined by Bloomberg Television Markets correspondent Nora Melinda for Stocks on the Move. What's on your mind?
Well, of course, we've been looking at bank earnings season, so I've got my eyes on JPMorgan Chase. That's ticker JPM. You all were just talking about Jamie Dimon. Well, we are looking at the results that we got in terms of earnings for the fourth quarter. We saw that investment banking fees fell in the fourth quarter, short of analyst expectations. We also saw that deals that were meant to be completed last quarter were pushed into this year. So you definitely saw that sentiment really ricocheting across Wall Street. We saw a decline of about 4.2% on the day for this stock in particular, and financials more broadly declining. Of course, we know President Donald Trump has been coming out saying that he wants to put a 10% cap on interest rates for credit cards. We know Jamie Dimon has pushed back on that. And of course, we're still seeing developments in terms of what this could mean moving forward. But it seems as though some people on the street are concerned.
Also, before we move on, I do want to put the exact quote from Dimon that we believe the president was responding to just then. He said, "I want to say I don't agree with everything the Fed has done. I do have enormous respect for Jay Powell, the man," and then went on to say anything that chips away at the Fed's independence is not a good idea. And in my view, will have the reverse consequences. So please carry on.
All right. So that's certainly one of the stocks that is on the move today. What else do you have on your mind?
Let's look at Meta Platforms. I've been keeping my eye on the tech space, but Meta Platforms in particular, we did see shares ending lower by about 1.7% on the day. We do know that they actually cut about 1,000 jobs in terms of the Reality Labs division. We know that Meta was really focused on really bringing the metaverse and saying that we would spend a lot of time there, but that hasn't really panned out the way they expected.
We didn't do that.
I mean, I know I didn't. I don't know if you guys were over there, but did it work out the way they had anticipated it or what investors were hoping for? So you are seeing them really pairing all of their developments into that right now.
Okay, Meta Platforms. Interesting news coming out of Meta Platforms in the last couple of days as well. The company begins jobs cuts as it shifts away from the metaverse to AI devices. I was thinking about this yesterday, Nora, and I'm just like, the metaverse never took.
It didn't.
And the fact that, a few years ago we were talking about Meta's full pivot to the metaverse, they're so lucky that at the same time they were investing in AI and doing so much in AI, because that has certainly been the trend that has taken.
Absolutely. If you just think about the ticker and the rename toward Meta, I mean, there clearly was a massive push for this and it didn't really materialize. And we're not shopping there. Not too many people are eating there or doing all the transactions that they had anticipated. So we'll have to see what they're able to do. I believe they're going to be redistributing some of the funds they were using for the Reality Labs division toward other things.
Okay. So Meta Platforms, JPMorgan, what else?
Delta. Let's take a look at the airline industry. People are always traveling, but we did see shares falling lower. Delta shares, ticker DAL, down by more than 2% at the closing bell. It seems as though geopolitics were weighing on travel. At least that's what the company is saying. They provided a profit forecast that fell short of Wall Street estimates. And so they're really just talking about the fact that consumers are uncertain, not really wanting to travel in this environment. So that's what they're really pegging the decline to.
It wasn't necessarily bad, just wasn't as good as markets wanted it to
Absolutely.
be.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.